Raj, what I have actually felt that they focus on two major things. The first one would be the have the fundamental knowledge of which department you're choosing. Without the foundation, you cannot create a whole building. My interviewer did not let me know whether what I was speaking was right or wrong. So, and also to believe, coming from where I come from, I do not converse in English with my friends or my families. Interview, so the interviewer asked me in the last, where would you like to work? And
Hello and welcome back to another session of Catch Up Sessions. This is your host Anisha. Firstly, I hope you're finding these catch up sessions very helpful and fruitful for your learning. If so, there are a lot of content coming your way around, in industry experts, more catch up session with our YLB alumni. And I just want you all to be very active with our YouTube and Instagram. And yeah, let's keep the learning rolling. So, like always, today also we have a very interesting guest with us. We have, I would rather not say, but let him introduce himself. Hi, welcome, Rohan.
hi, hello, Nisha.
How
So
are you?
I'll just carry forward. Yeah, I'm all good. How about you?
I'm doing great. The weather is nice, feeling okay. How are you health wise?
Health-wise, all good, but the humidity and the heat is killing me over here in Manipal.
Uh-huh. You are in Manipal. Great.
Yes, yes.
Yes, Rohan, I was just,
Sure.
I would want you to introduce yourself, let our audience know who
Hmm.
Rohan Sinha is.
Sure, sure, sure. So, as Anisha has already mentioned, my name is Rohan Sinha. I'm currently pursuing my undergrad in Bachelor's of Hotel Management from Vaksha, Manipal. It's a 4-year program, and I've been born in Patna, but due to my father's transferable job, he's working in the central government, or was working. He's retired now. I had chance to get exposure in different part of the country, like namely to few Chennai in the southern part and Gujarat in the western part. I come from a very humble, or if you would like to say, a middle class family. I have completed my class 12th from DAV Public School, and I believe my uh, what could I say? My interest in the hospitality industry is more towards to the revenue or the front office side compared to the conventional F&B or the operational basis. So this is a very brief introduction of me. I This is it basically.
Very nice. We have a connecting point here, I believe. I hail from Patna. So yeah.
Ah, nice.
That is that is very nice. It's good to connect with your people, I believe. And India
Yeah.
is certainly the place we all live in. So I believe you have been to different parts of India. Have
Yes,
that
yes.
also affected your personality somehow?
Absolutely. It has really shaped my personality, and especially in the way how I open up to the different types of people. And more so, it introduced me to the different types of cultures that is present in our country. Before that, I remember when I was back when I was in class two or third. That was the first time when I went across out of my state, Bihar. That would
Mhm.
be to Chennai, and I used to travel by train back in those days. So it was a 3-day journey, and over time, I would just roam around in the berth or the coaches in the trains and just talk with everyone I could find. So yeah, I believe moving out of the city or getting to know people from the Tamilian culture or the Gujarati people have really helped me to broaden my understanding of how to interact with the people and the hospitality that they provide through their cultures. It's very different from one culture to another. Yeah, the basics are the fundamentals are all same, but how do they present us and how they make us feel their warmth is a tad bit different from culture to culture wise. So it was really great way to see that's coming.
No, definitely agreed. That definitely positively affect your personality and everything. Okay, let's jump right into what we are here for.
Sure.
You are a management, you are a hospitality grad, right? and you
Yes.
have sat for your management trainees interview. Let me ask
Mhm.
you this one question. How many interviews have you sat for?
So for I have sat for three companies mainly. One would be ITC, the other one would be Taj, and the third and the last being Marriott. So for ITC, I got till the last round, and the last round is still pending. They have said that after March they will be conducting the final interviews. Unfortunately for the Taj, I couldn't make it after the fourth round, and
Mhm.
for the Marriott, I've been already been selected as a revenue voyager over there.
Beautiful, beautiful. And what was your core department or the department you were going for?
So I'm sitting for revenue management. So it's a in the major hotels, it's a whole different departments, but in the smaller set of the hotels, you could call it a part of the front office department itself. It's a department where you basically forecast the demand and then set the prices accordingly to increase the hotel's revenue and the profitability.
Very interesting. We will talk about this revenue management part in more detail later part of this, session. For now,
Sure.
help me understand different recruiting process that you have to go through in all three brands. What was the process like?
So for ITC and Taj, they what I have actually felt that they focus on two major things. The first one would be the communication. How are you communicating what you understand? When I say communication, it doesn't mean that you use very fancy words or big words that makes you stand out. Simple and effective communication. That is a that's a part that plays a major role. And of course, your fluency, it also helps you to establish a good communication with the colleagues or the senior people that are sitting over there. And the other thing is the fundamental knowledge. It's really important to have the fundamental knowledge of which department you're choosing. Without the foundation, you cannot create a whole building. So these two things, that is what I felt was mainly, this is what these people are seeking out: communication and the fundamental knowledge. No one is going to expect that you will do a work like how a 5 year experienced people will do. They all know you're going to be freshers, but the fundamental knowledge is a very important thing over here. As for the interview process for ITC and Taj, we started out with the basic group discussion, moved forward with the extempore, and then for ITC, I had my personal interview or technical round with the manager, and for Taj, there was an aptitude test for revenue, and then there were three different rounds for ITC for the technical, and the second last round was with Mr. Uh, Swaroop Sinha. It was a more of a behavioral interview where he did not ask any technical from me, but he just wanted to know my introduction, whether what are my strengths and weaknesses are, these type of things. And for Marriott, it was just one interview with Mr. Jyoti Guha, and there was just 3 to 4 questions asked, which I answered, mainly consisting my introduction, why revenue management, what is revenue management in your own words without the textbook explanation, and whether I invest in stocks or not.
Oh, very interesting. So, I
Yeah,
would like to quote you on that part where you said nobody is seeking that you should come with a 5 year experience as a fresher, right? It's your
yeah,
attitude and you're keen towards learning that all matters.
absolutely,
Correct.
absolutely. Yeah, whenever you're going for the interview, interviewer will always look out whether you are actively looking out for new information or knowledge. There will be question asked whether you are reading any articles or books or going through different fairs or techno events or anything like that, events and fairs. From there, they'll get to know whether you are seeking out knowledge or not. You cannot just be sitting on your bench and get fed by your faculty members. You need to work on yourself and you need to actually do the hard work of getting and obtaining the knowledge yourself. So that's the
Definitely.
basic thing.
Definitely. So when you talk about revenue management, we had an industry expert podcast on our
Yes,
channel
yes.
with Mr. Harkaran, right? Mr. Harkaran, he's the
Correct.
GM of, I believe,
Mhm.
Leela Palace right now, and he was, you know, he was GM of Orica at that point of time, right? And we had a session with him, and from that point, we got to know a lot of students want to pursue their career in revenue management, but they are not aware of how to start and what is revenue management. I just want to know, Rohan, how you developed, this curiosity and this everything towards the revenue
Yeah.
management.
So if you look, revenue management is really, practiced in the world. When you book a flight, the price is going to fluctuate with the
Hmm.
hotel's room. So there's your experience over there. It's just the curiosity you need to bring it on. Why is it happening? What's the term being called? So when I joined hotel management in the very first year, we had one of the Coursera. Coursera is a MOOC website where you get the different online certificates for the courses. So over there we have the course in the fundamentals of revenue management, which really put me through. Then uh, the way to start is basically just put revenue management in the Google search. You will get all the information about it. So fundamentally, you can start over there. Then how I moved forward, went to the library, got one book for the revenue management. I had made my LinkedIn by then, connected over a few individuals, other professionals who's working in the revenue management field, asked them about what's the current trends that are going in the hotel. Main thing was when I started my hotel management journey, it was still the COVID era back in 2021. So over there the prices and there was new strategies, new trends coming up. So these people replied back. It really helped me to put in perspective of what's the current trend, how it's happening. And then a few of the websites that help you is X Hotels as well as Hospitality Net, Hotel Yearbook. These are the websites or that really help you with the bring the perspective of revenue management. You could say that Hotel Yearbook and Hospitality Net will give you the insights of how the Western hospitality, specifically in Europe and the USA side, works compared to Asian or the Indian hospitality sector. So yeah, that's it. You just have to go and search on the Google of whichever department you want to select, and that's how you basically start. Just be curious enough to search
Right.
for it.
So I was going to say that I can conclude this by saying it was your inquisitiveness that bring you to this, department. Great. Great. Okay. I'm circling back to the section where we were talking about the, recruitment processes, empty rounds, and everything. Let me ask you, what was the most challenging round for you throughout your interview?
Challenging round for me was my very first interview round with the manager. So I had
With
no
the
prior
PI?
experience of, yeah, with the PI. GD and extempore were very easy. If you have fundamental knowledge, you can easily crack those. Okay, that's not a really big deal. But
Hmm.
the first PI that I had no prior experience of sitting in a PI, so that was something new. Plus, over there, my interviewer did not let me know whether what I was speaking was right or wrong. No expression on his face. So it was really hard for me to understand for me whether I was saying right or wrong. So it also told me that I need to make sure whatever I know is 100% correct up to my understanding. So that in the interview room, I do not get nervous when I'm speaking. That's it. That was the only part when I felt challenging. Other than that, the wait time for the interviews, yeah, that was one major point because I tend to get nervous around people when people are nervous around me about the interview, especially. So what I prefer is to sit alone or excluded from everyone else, so that I can work on my mental peace before my interviews. So yeah, that was the most challenging part. What I felt in my management trip,
And
and for
what
the
part
rest
did
of
you
it,
enjoy? Yeah, please, no, go
but
on.
yeah, and for the rest of it, I believe Young Leaders Bootcamp prepared me really well, so that wasn't any issue over there.
Right. We'll come to how young leader and
Yeah,
why
yeah.
young leader, but I would just following up on what I said, what was the
Mm.
part that you enjoyed the most during this hectic
Ah,
process of recruitment?
talking with the interviewer, that was the
Talking to
best
him.
part. Yeah, absolutely. Because when you go in, no, you expect everything to be serious. Go there, talk with him, just have an icebreaker. For them also, interviewing around 10, 20, 30 students, it's really hectic. They get bored, they get stressed. So you go in, you break the stress, you say, not uh, crossing the lines, but a small joke or just asking about him. How's everything? How's the interview process going on for you? I know it's hard for us, but it's hard for them also. Just have icebreaker, and then you will have the best part, best time with them. So
Very, very
talking
nice
with the
way of
interviewer,
starting. Very nice way of starting an interview. It's a very interesting thing to do.
yeah.
Rohan, you were mentioning Young Leaders Bootcamp. I will come to how Young Leader Bootcamp was a part of this entire thing. But why were you looking out for such bootcamp where you get the exposure of industry experts, you get to practice with industry expert, you get to learn and practice everything every round? Why were you looking out for something like that?
So I'm a strong believer of practice makes a man perfect. And when it's about your job, you cannot just go in just like that without any thought process or without any practice. You need to have simulations, you need to have to know what to expect in these interviews and how it's done. So, and also to believe, coming from where I come from, I do not converse in English with my friends or my families. So I needed to do something where I can just open up and speak in English and be fluent enough to crack these interviews. So one major part for me to join YLB was for me to participate and just be fluent enough in English so that I can crack these interviews.
Certainly, and YLB is such a program where you get exposure with Pan India Hospitality College. You get to not only be a part of a competition in your
Yeah,
college, but with Pan India College students. I don't know if that helped
correct.
you, right? You
No,
get
no,
to
it
be in
definitely
a
helped me.
right. You get to be a part of a competitive environment where you are with Pan India college students, with industry expert
Yeah,
under their leadership, right? Okay. Let's do a quick rapid fire. I want to have your views on these questions.
sure.
You already answered what you enjoy about the interview, right?
Yeah, yeah.
What would you say when I ask what is the best memory of your college life?
It's the best memory of my college life. It's actually going to college life. Yeah, when we came second in our so my college is part of the Mahi group or the Manipal University.
Right.
My best part was coming to the runner-ups rank in the Inter Mahi cricket tournament. So before
Mhm.
us, our college never came to the second position or the third positions. We were the first batch to get the second position. So that's the favorite part of my college.
Very nice. And what you don't enjoy about interviews?
I don't the waiting time. It's too
Waiting.
much. It's too much. The waiting time.
Go ahead. Help me understand one question that was thrown at you, and you were surprised that how can this question be, and how should I answer it? That was a surprising question for you. Do you have any?
Yeah. Yes, yes, I have one. So in my Marriott interview, the interviewer asked me in the last, where would you like to work? And
Mm.
I haven't really thought about it where I wanted to work. So I said anywhere in the Western Ghats would work. Out of nowhere, I just got surprised and he was like, Beta, listen, do you want me to open property in the middle of mountain or what? Give me a proper location. I'm like, oh yes, yes, I'll give you. Then I told him the my preferences of cities where I would like to work. So that was really surprising for me in the my very first interview to get asked where would I like to work. So yeah, that was the most surprising question for me.
Great, great. Rohan, revenue management is something which are not a lot of students are aware about.
Correct.
Be it not them pursuing revenue management, they are
Mm-hmm.
not even aware about it, right?
Mm-hmm.
How did Young Leader help you in such a way that you were ready, you felt ready that, okay,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
revenue management is something that I can opt now?
Correct. So before my ITC interview, uh, TBS Circle actually organized a session for with Mr. Chirag Rana. He's the sales guy, but he also used to had one or two sessions on revenue management as well. So over there, we had one-on-one interaction. He asked me a few questions like how would you conduct a like how a normal interview would go on, and it really gave me the needed confidence before my ITC interviews. That made me, yeah, now I am ready. Now I can ace up the interviews that I'm going to have. So that was really one great uh, advantage of joining YLB, that I had a chance to know whether I was ready or not just a day prior of my interviews. So yeah, that was one of the major advantages, and I'm still very thankful for you to you guys to have that session at that particular moment.
No, definitely. I'm very proud when I say this that we have experts across different, departments and different skills that they can teach you about. And when you have a one-to-one conversation with them, be it your mocks, right, that we do
Yeah,
offer you,
absolutely.
be it industry expert sessions, be it sessions with our LMs who are already placed
Mhm.
and working in top brands like Oberoi's, Marriott, Taj, and everything. You get a different exposure. You get to
Exactly.
understand and you get to ask a lot of questions. I would rather say you get to be mentored. Mentoring is a very
Yeah,
big word that we use here. And we would love to mentor
absolutely.
anybody and everybody because mentoring is more than teaching, I believe.
Yeah,
It's a thing for life, right? And yeah, Chirag came and told us that, oh, Rohan got, because I believe you
yes,
reached out
yes.
to him over LinkedIn.
Yeah,
And he
yeah,
said, I'm very happy that one of our students got, and it makes me very happy to see that our students are cracking these good interviews. They are growing in life. And
yes, yes,
certainly,
absolutely.
mentors at TBH Circle, the mentorship and the entire program has to be thanked for that. Okay.
Sure, sure.
Do you want to talk about some technique or some mantras or anything that helped you with your anxiety, with your nervousness during this?
Yes, yes, sure. So I had during my YLB program, I had Miss Sumitra as my mentor or a guide, if you would like to say. And she actually gave us few of the pointers that really helped me. The first
Mhm.
one was to read a newspaper every day and to find out two difficult words that is difficult for you in general, and ensure to write a meaning and frame two sentences of that. It really helped me to build up my vocabulary and to understand what those words meant and when and how to use them. The other one is to actually just participate, just speak up, because I've been shy in my childhood, so I know when you don't speak up, you will not, never get fluent, or you will never be good in communications. Even though people are really scared of getting judged, but that's totally fine. Either way, you're gonna get judged, whether you speak or you don't speak. So why not do the better thing, which in which you get to improve yourself? So this is and yeah, one major point. Just write down any points that you feel like writing down. Even when I'm sitting right here, I have few points jotted down to ensure that I speak about this. Because if you just keep it in your mind, you tend to forget things. But once you write it down, you tend to remember it for a longer period of time. So yeah, these were the basic points that I wanted to cover.
Definitely, I could agree on that. That techniques, and again, coming on to the point, when you talk to industry experts and people from industry, you get a very good insight. And these insights are not just for your interview, these
Yeah,
are for you being a better future hoteliers, better future leaders, right? And I can see
yeah.
you a great, excellent future leader. I would not say a hotelier, I would say a leader rather. So, yeah. Okay. Let me ask you. My second last question to you would be: what
Sure.
part of YLB did you enjoy the most throughout?
The evening sessions where we had mock interviews or the general classes that goes on, interacting with different college people or my mentor, and just to get to know where I'm lacking and where I can improve myself. Those moments were really great, and in between, sometimes Mr. Vikram, he also used to come, and at first it was really stressful and frightening. But later on, as on the program went on, it really went light, and I really enjoyed those times. Just it actually felt like a class that was happening physically when you go on and meet people, and the mentors also taking care of you, asking, uh, how much progress have you made? I remember not completing my assignment one day, and I thought I was saved, but actually I was not. After the class, ma'am actually messaged me, you didn't did your assignment. Why was that? And I had to provide the reason for it. So yeah, that was really great.
Accountability is a part that you get when
Of
you
course.
right,
Yes, yes.
enroll in a program like this, right?
Hmm.
You were talking about the part where you were saying mocks. How helpful
Hmm.
were the personal interview or group discussion mocks for you when you were in the
100%,
interview?
100%. 100%. You need to know, especially in the GD, you need to know when to speak, how to speak, at what speed to speak, and at what tone to speak. And you cannot just go on and first go on in the actual GD to say it. It's not like you're just gonna play the finals directly. You need to play the league matches as well to understand how will you play in the finals. So I believe in at that aspect, the mock GDs really helped me. As for the mock interviews going on, it really puts you at the introspection about the questions that been asked to you. Like, what are your strengths? What are your weakness? Okay, so let's believe make you a day. Let's make you a manager for a day. How would you handle these and that situations? If you don't have practice, or if you haven't really thought about it, you cannot answer it on spot to the actual interviews. You need to have to think about that. You need to have your fundamental points which can be applicable to each and every situations. So something like star analysis and everything, where you analyze the situation based on what are the tasks are, then you analyze everything, and then you see the results. So it is very important for you to have practice, and I believe absolutely while be really helped me to crack my interviews. So yeah, mock GDs and interviews are a major part to clear these things.
And I believe practices, when you practice, when you do a lot of it, this is what makes you stand out in the crowd of 100 students, 200 students.
Absolutely
It's
correct.
very important
You,
to
yeah, and you
catch
need
the
to
eye of the
practice
interviewer.
wholeheartedly. The
Yes.
main thing is you need to practice wholeheartedly. You cannot just go and just be like, okay, yeah, let's do the practice. Okay, this will not work. You need to give your 100% in that. You need to act out how you will act in a real interview. That then only
Very,
it's gonna help you.
very interesting. And this is what I say to my students as well, right? That 50% is what we are doing and 50% what you are
Hmm.
doing. And together we can make 100%. You are here
Yeah.
because 50 we gave, 50 you gave, and together we make 100%.
Hmm.
Okay.
Hmm.
Another question that I would like to ask you from you is, what are the learnings that you are getting out of this interview process from your rigorous practice here at YLB? What is that one learning you are taking with you?
I'm actually taking two learnings out of it. One
Okay.
is to have the patience. Patience is something you really need to have. And while we actually really taught about me how to use patience as your strength. And the
Mhm.
other thing is to read newspaper every day. Before that, I didn't read newspaper. I just used to go scroll on Instagram, get one or two newses from my feed, and that was it. But since I joined YLB, I go on to read editorial pages of the Times of India or Deccan Herald or whatever newspaper I can get hold of, be it online, offline, doesn't matter, but those editorial pages. And it actually really helped me with the broad understanding of how the world works, or how the finance system, or what is there in the current affairs, current in the news. So these are the two things that I will be taking with me in the future, and I'm pretty sure these both of these things gonna help me in my career as well.
Definitely. Reading newspaper is rather a habit that you have formed for
Yeah.
yourself. It's a very good habit. Very nice. Okay. My last question to you, Rohan, would be the people who are watching us right now, a lot of them are first year, second year students who are going to sit for their interview soon. What is one piece of advice that you would give to your fellow mates or to your juniors who are going to appear for their interview soon?
Just participate. Participate in a sense that if you feel like this is going to improve you, just participate. Do not sit back. Do not get just be shy in the class. If you have any question, query, just participate and ask. Okay, that's how you're gonna get better. I've been reading a very interesting book. I'll be having it here. So the book name is What Got You Here Won't Get You There, and
Ah,
it basically talks about that after a certain stage, your technical skills doesn't matter. What matters is your personality, your communication, and how you introspect yourself. So as of now, your technical and your communication skills both matter, but you need to get better at your communication as well. You cannot just leave your communication skills and get better in technical. So yeah, this is my one piece of advice. Just participate and ensure that you're moving forward with the communications.
definitely. For interviews, certainly both of them are equally important, your
Yeah,
communication and your technicals, because technicals is
mm,
that aspect on which you are being assessed, right?
evaluated. Yeah,
Evaluated, definitely. But yeah, for your future and everything, communication you have to be master of.
yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much, Rohan, for taking out time for sitting with us for this long. It was pleasure talking to you. And I just want to end this by saying I wish you a lot of luck and wishes for for your future, for your
Yeah.
career. Hope you do well, reach places. And yeah, that is all. Thank you so much.
Maybe we'll take one or two master classes back once I reach a higher
Definitely.
position.
We do
Sure.
have upcoming master classes coming for our working
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
professional people also, our alums especially.
Mm,
We don't
yeah.
forget our alums. So yeah,
Mm,
that is, I will definitely share that with you. But yeah, thank you so
yes,
much for sharing such insightful session with us. And yeah,
yes.
I wish you a very good luck.
Thank you very much. Same
Thank
to
you
you.
so, Rohan. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.